Great news. Moderna has created a vaccine that's 94.5% effective. The market's jumped as a result, and this is what I'm going to be doing after the intro. Alright guys, welcome back. So yes, Moderna has created a vaccine that's 94.5% effective. Should be available around spring next year, and the market understandably has jumped because of the news, because it's fantastic news. This is what I'm going to be doing. What should you be doing in these times when the market jumps like this? Do we sell? Do we buy? Do we hold off? That's entirely up to you. What you decide to do with your money is entirely up to you, but this is what I'm going to be doing, and these are my thoughts kind of moving forward. We're going to jump straight into the computer today and go through exactly what I've just done, actually just sold out of a position, and what I'm going to be doing kind of moving forward. Now I've got a little bit of money now that I've sold out of that position to invest, so this is when I'm going to do it. But before all of that, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content and you want more, because there will be plenty more, and give it a like just down there, because it really helps out the channel and helps it grow and spread the message that I'm trying to spread. So we'll jump onto the computer now and we'll go through exactly what I've sold out of, the reason why I've sold out of it, and what I'm going to be doing with that capital. So I've just sold out of ASML holding. I literally today received their dividend. I will go into it and actually show you it. So with complete transparency, these are the last two dividends I've received. Royalty income, a little bit less than what I suggested in my last video, because I hadn't bought at the before the ex-dividend date. So the next dividends will be up in the £6 range that I suggested I was going to be getting in the last video. But ASML, I've just received the dividend today of 90p. It's a tiny dividend yield. ASML, tiny dividend yield, semi-annual payment of 0.68%, and I've just received it. I've just sold out that position because it's such a small dividend yield, and as I suggested or have suggested in my last couple of videos, the direction I'm taking the portfolio is more income related. So I've now got, as well as my funds that are already in place at about £144, I've now got 464 to invest. Now, market's jumped, so this is what I'm thinking, and this is what I'm going to do. I took the opportunity to get out of AMSL because it had jumped. So market had gone up, and if we have a look at this graph right here, we were at all-time highs pretty much with ASML. I thought, what a fantastic opportunity, rather than selling out here or here. What a great opportunity just to get out, get them sold while the market was up. And I now want to reinvest into something that's high dividend yielding as before, but the market is up, everything's up. Certainly the income funds that I want to be putting my money into now, like the S&P 500, not that income fund, index tracking ETF. The PIMCO fund is just a little bit up, so it's at kind of all-time highs there. And we've got the likes of the last one I went into, Global X Super Dividend REIT, that's just gone up. It's actually come back on itself a little bit. So all these income funds and the kind of stocks I want to be getting into, we're at highs at the moment. I don't want to be putting my money back into it. Yes, there's an argument for dollar cost averaging, which is just constantly putting your money into the market, which is absolutely fine. If you're a dollar cost averager, then do it. If you are literally investing every day, then get the money in every day. If you're not investing in the market every single day and you're not dollar cost averaging to that extent, then why not just hold off? If you've got the money sitting there on an up day, like a really up day when there's some great news, just hold off. If you need to hold off for a few days, if the market carries on going crazy and in a week, 2 weeks time, you're like, well, I've got this money, I want to put it to work, and it's been 2 weeks now and the market just carries on going up, fine, get it in, dollar cost average. In my opinion, on a day like today, an up day, it's an opportunity to sell out of something that you might have been meaning to sell out of for a little while now, and you can sell out at the highs. But for me, on an up day, I'm not going to suddenly start putting my money into the market. But quite often you see on real big days like today, you quite often see a bit of a sell-off as well in the coming days. So I'm just going to hold on for the moment. I may well receive a few more dividends in the meantime. they might drip through, in which case I can get that 464 up to 470 or even 475 levels, and then I can look to reinvest that on a day, on a bit of a red day. I'm not an advocate for buying, well, I am an advocate for buying the dip, but I'm a big advocate for dollar cost averaging. Now, as I alluded to in one of my other videos, if you can do them both, you can dollar cost average, because I'm constantly buying all the time, no matter what happens, and you can buy in a small dip at the same time, and they coincide with each other. Amazing. We're doing the right thing. We're doing good investing, and good investing is good. So they're my thoughts. I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted to get this recorded and even edited and out tonight if I can. So they're my thoughts on that. Basically, I'm selling out of a position I've wanted to sell out of for a little while, and now I'm going to reinvest that money once I've got a little bit of a red day, rather than a fantastic day like today. It's just not beneficial. I can sit and hold it. I'm not dying to get the money into the market every single day. In fact, I can wait until next time I get paid and put it all together and invest it at that time if I wanted. So I'm in no rush. I'm just going to wait. If you look at the likes of Moderna, I think that's how you pronounce it. I would have said Moderna, but everyone's saying Moderna. So Moderna pre-market was 12% up, and by midday it had come all the way back down again to 8.5% up. You know, so at some point this will probably keep driving up on the good news, and it will ride that wave for a little while. At some point there'll be a small pullback, maybe not as low as levels down here, but there'll be a small pullback. So everyone buying, oh fantastic, buy at the very top, 12% up, let's buy in. There's always going to be a bit of a pullback, and there was down to the 95s, 96 levels. So there's always or quite often, not always, but there's quite often a bit of a pullback, a bit of a sell-off after days like today. So I am going to wait for a red day maybe, or if you've got a day like today where it's been a crazy market, you know, I wouldn't suggest getting in. I would only start getting into the market for me on either a red day, a dip, or if the market is just trading sideways and there isn't really a moment of a dip, then it's dollar cost average time and you need to start getting your money to work. If the market is just skyrocketing for months and months and months and months and months, and you don't see an opportunity to get in or buy a dip, then you're looking at dollar cost averaging, because you still need to get your money in there and to work. But I don't think the market's like that right now. There's lots of fluctuations still. It's very volatile. All you need is a day with a bit of bad news and it goes the other direction. So at the moment, I'm just going to hang on to the money, wait for the opportunity, and if that's in a few days or a few weeks, doesn't matter to me. So they're just my thoughts on what I'm doing in this all-time high. I am selling. You know, the thumbnail I'm going to put in is a big red sell with a question mark. That just draws you lot in. But actually, I'm not lying to you, I have sold, and it's not a buy opportunity for me at the moment. I can't see any buy opportunities right now that I'd want to be jumping into. So I'm just going to hold the money and sit and wait for the right opportunity to arise. And another thing I think is probably appropriate to say is AMSL is actually another one of those speculative buys of mine. It just so happened to pay a small dividend as well, and it was obviously a very small dividend, 0.68, so that was just an added bonus. So I guess the 90p in dividends I've just received is just an added bonus really. That was always a speculative play again, and we're just still selling out of those spec plays that were bought in the dip, although this wasn't fully in the dip, but it was certainly a speculative play and more a growth play, which it sort of half did what it needed to do. So it was never a dividend investment. It wasn't a dividend stock that I was purchasing with such a small dividend yield. It was always a spec play. So that's just another example of a speculative stock that bought in the dip. It's done what I needed it to do. It was a growth stock, and now we can sell it out and reinvest the capital. So that's it for in here, guys. Alright guys, that's what I'm going to be doing. Hoping that makes some sort of sense to you and helps you in some way. Not necessarily what you need to be doing, but certainly what I'm going to be doing. I'm just holding off for a little bit and just see how the market responds. I hope you enjoyed that. It's been a bit of a shorter one today because I just wanted to jump on and get something out on the news of the vaccine from Moderna. So I really hope that's helped in anything you're looking to do and in terms of your investing. So as I said, I hope that's helped in some way and given you some kind of value. So subscribe to the channel, do everything you would usually do. Subscribe, press the button down there, give it a like, drop a comment down below and just let me know what you're doing. Are you buying? Are you selling? Have you sold out of some positions that you were toying with selling out of anyway and you've taken this opportunity to sell out of it maybe, or are you continuing to buy, or are you just going to hold and wait to see what happens with the market like myself? Be good to hear from you. Put it down in the comments and we can have a conversation about it. So that's it for today, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.